My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Hickory, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack. People are attacking me with parasites from a remote location. I can also hear their voices. They're very hostile, demeaning, very negative. They keep giving me death threats. They keep blaming this on me. They're premeditating my murder. They have a big worm right here underneath my tympanic. They're torturing me with it. Scientology. There are extra dimensions in our universe. There there's more space than we can see. We have biology in this extra space. We utilize it to have an afterlife. When we die, we literally cleave from our thirds and fly into outer space. We live on. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this biology before you die. So you use technology and techniques to turn this extra dimensional biology into a vehicle you can drive around. I'm under assault. They're assaulting brain tissue. So this technology also gives them the ability to create surrogates. They can drive other organisms. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms. This technology also induces flow states. They artificially stimulate their neural tissue. It elevates their neurochemistry. And I suspect they are abusing substances. This creates psychological issues like psychosis, delusions, jealous, greedy, pettiness, machoism, narcissism. I'm sick. They're making me hallucinate. They make me see things. They torture me badly. They like to rub it in my face. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about this. Nobody's gonna do a damn thing. They're Scientologists. They're the media company, radio personnel, DJs, NPR, MPB, marketing companies, tech companies, social media companies, internet companies, big business, government agencies. Stop. You are assaulting me. Get away from me. You're making me hallucinate. You're breaking the law. These are government. The government has also adopted this technology. Politicians, government agencies, the CIA, the FBI, the military, and they all have induced flow states. This technology comes from companies, upper dimensional companies called Preservision and Humus, the lizard company. They create this technology. The government has adopted it. Companies practice Scientology on people. These are Scientology companies. The people that pay for it, they get an extra dimensional vehicle. They get to access the upper dimensions. And they get their flow states and their stems and their sensors. The people that don't pay for it get practiced on. They call them fodder. They keep saying, well, they own the human race. See, once these Scientologists cleave their biologies and they go into outer space, they achieve a different rate of expansion than we do. They grow to immense proportions. So they consider themselves gods. And that's the perspective they have against the human race. I'm sick. Stop assaulting me. So this company, Humus and Preservations, they have grown to immense proportions. People practicing Scientology, the Scientology, they are God over everybody else. They are conditioned to practice Scientology. That is literally the act of removing body parts from people. They cut body parts off of people and install sensors, either for Scientology practices or for surrogate making practices. So they can steal other people's biologies. I call it biological theft. They remove biologies from people and turn it into a surrogate in all dimensions. That is what they're conditioned to do. That is the only thing they have ever done. Psychological conditioning determines our behavior. Now they have developed a complex. They know and everybody else knows that this is torture and murder, removing body parts from people. So we have a Dr. Kevorkian scenario here. And then Preservision, they like to experiment on humans. It's turned into a torture fest. They say, well, we're going to take all the pleasure out of your body. That's pettiness. He is high. He's on drugs and he has artificially stimulated neural tissue. I see things from him like pettiness, jealousy, greed. He sees body parts as a commodity because he gets to stimulate them, give us pleasure, and it allows us to function. So he thinks it's in his right to take our ability to function away from us. It's sort of a punishment. He's mean, aggressive, violent. It stems from a psychological conditioning, body snatching, surrogate making, and practicing Scientology. It just pops some blood vessels in my brain. Where my flow states are coming from. They don't want me to feel pleasure in any way. They keep assaulting my sexual organs and my neural tissue, the pleasure center in my brain where my neurochemistry comes from. So they keep artificially stimulating it, giving me a flow state. Then they take it away from me using worms. See, our extra dimensions have special abilities. We have powerful eyesight. We can see in all dimensions down to the molecular level. We can interact with biologies on the molecular level. We can see it all functioning. And the ancients and lizard people, special biologies, they modify our biology in the upper dimensions. It has an effect on our third. They're trying to come up with a story that excuses their behavior: torture, molestation, rape, mutilation, murder. He's literally a big organism in outer space. He practices Scientology on people. And he has torture victims. Several of them do, yeah. They turn this into a little martyrdom story. In the place they exist, the upper dimensions, it transcends time. They literally see the universe as a static object. It's already happened. The past, the present, and the future are all happening at the same time. Our third dimensionals experience it different. We experience time as linear because we are not in our upper dimensions. A part of our biology experiences it as it already happened. I'm being assaulted. They are addicted to this. See, they get to go back in time and change things. So the Preservision and Humus, they have grown to immense proportions. They have the ability to go back in time and change things and interact with us, interact with humans. See, they went back in time and took our modern technology, this neural tech, and used it on ancient humans. because part of our biologies transcend time. So they allowed ancient humans to see Anunnakis and aliens. That's what the human genome produces. And they interacted with the population back then. That's where the story of Anunnakis comes from. And somehow the religion of Christianity was born. So then fast forward in time, they created me. I live on Center Hill. So Center Hill is the cross that Jesus died on. He died on the Center Hill, on Center Cross. My box number, PO number, is 3102. Turned upside down, it spells soul. Soul is an important aspect of them, our souls. I have a wide range of genetics that they created in me. I have Caucasian, European genetics, and also Native American genetics. Right down the road, there's a school with a mascot of Vikings. On the other end of town, there's another school with a mascot of warriors, Native Americans, and so on and so forth. As they created me in time. I have special abilities. I have high intellect. So I could create the Holy Grail. See, I write for a living. I write intellectual property. They have screwed the whole human race. We have bad genetics now. Nowhere near what we used to have. That's from my perspective. I'm being tortured. Shut the fuck up. They don't think you are. I have rights. I'm an American citizen. We are all bound by the Constitution of the United States. He says, no, I'm not. I transcend time. You are interacting with Americans. See, this aspect of our reality allows third dimensional humans gain access to the upper dimensions. These are all third dimensionals. Our third dimensional brains are powerful. When you die, you lose your third dimension. You have a inferior brain. You don't get to interact with reality the way third dimensionals do. We still have a connection to our third dimension. The Scientologists do. I see you all in the third dimension. She's their surrogates. That's beside the point. Stop assaulting me. They're making me hallucinate. Yes, I've been assaulted today multiple times. They see me being okay. I woke up in a good mood. I was okay, drinking my coffee, growing back. My brain started to heal. But they seen it. They seen it functioning. They hit me with another worm. Now they're hitting me again. Now they're running. They just hit Sissy bad. They're hurting my animals. They do this to my family, my friends, my neighbors, my coworkers, my community, in an attempt to control their behavior. Sometimes they want to get real friendly with me, want to get close, sexual relations and friendships, and to communicate with me. Sometimes they want to hurt me. They want to create a bad environment, which hurts me. They put things in my environment. Watch all my videos. It explains everything. The universe expands inward and outward at the same time. This inward expansion causes a new dimension. It leads to a new place. So inside of our particles is a whole nother universe. And it's a place where all particles touch. There is no matter. It's all one big particle. So they get to cleave off and fly through outer space. It's heaven. And inward expansion. This is what they call the inverse. This space-time is entangled to this space-time, and it's not equal. They keep saying what happens above is happens below. No, it don't. It's all different over there. They are subject to different laws of physics, laws of the universe. There is an energy over there they call cerebral energy that encompasses the whole universe. That's what allows us to fly. It's actually a magnetic reaction. Our nervous system pulls us through the universe. Stop assaulting me. They do this for fun. It's their condition. These are third dimensional humans accessing the upper dimension. Yes, it is. And here they come. So once they die, they go into outer space and never come back. They never interact with you. See, what happens is these third dimensionals are going up there and turning everything into surrogates. They're all high, whacked out of their fucking heads doing psychology on every organism that exists. It's a Dr. Kevorkian scenario. It is. Well, they're driving dead people. The big ones, they're surrogates, ancients. We're not supposed to cleave in this manner. See, some of them cleave themselves in a way, and they use techniques to allow themselves to gain this size. No, we come out here and consume God particles. Get away from me. You've been here before. You judge me, you judge yourself. In reality, we have something called an accomplice. Petty drug crimes. All I'm guilty of. And I've been on medicine my entire life. These people have made me go to the doctor. I've spent so much money and so much time in medicine, in medical, talking to psychologists, getting prescribed medicine. And I've been sober most of my life because of this. We are still connected to our biologies once they're removed from us. We have to experience everything it does, especially with the sensor tech. So when we die, we actually wake up on this biology. It's still entangled to us. That's how Scientology is able to exist. You're still connected to it. Close your eyes or you go to sleep and you wake up on it. If they treat it properly. See, they can't remove the entire biology from you or you die. You'll go to the store? All right.